Hello everyone. In the last pre-market video, we discussed in detail about Fed Chairman's dovish comment, and in addition to that, yesterday, Japanese government announced the economic stimulus package of 112 billion US dollars. This together massively improved the global momentum. So, no US rate hike, no recession fear, huge economic stimulus package along with the short covering made the crude oil to increase over 2%. Thus, at the time of this video, WTI crude is trading at 82.5 US dollars per barrel and Brent crude is trading around 87 US dollars per barrel. And because of all this and also no rate hike by Bank of England made all the European oil companies positive. Even Shell announced the shares buyback. So, European market traded positive and closed positive as well. Then coming to US, I hope you guys remember this. Last Friday, US market was positive because London Stock Exchange Group forecasted S&P 500 earnings on September quarter to increase over 4%. In comparison, on the June quarter, it was 1% negative. Similar to that, last night, again this London Stock Exchange Group released another report. This time, as a whole Wall Street, they are forecasting the September quarter earnings will increase by 7.2%. In comparison, last June quarter, the earnings was down by 11%. So, all the company in September quarter earnings will increase 7.2%. Last quarter, down 11%. And in the same report, they also mentioned that so far over 80% of the companies whoever released the earnings, they did beat the analyst estimation. Again, this report even made the US pre-market itself a crazy positive and all three US major index rallied crazy. Dow Jones increased over 550 points. In percentage term, it was up by 1.75%, S&P 500 up by 1.89% and Nasdaq increased 1.78%. In case of VIX, it dropped another 7% and moved to around 15.5 from around 17 on Wednesday night. And all that US market positivity completely transferred into GIFT Nifty and Indian ADR. At early morning today, GIFT Nifty closed at 19,360, equating with a 70 points premium, indicating a gap up opening of 140 points. In case of Indian ADR, all four Infosys, ICICI Bank, Wipro and HDFC Bank all increased over or around 1.5%. On an average, at least 1% more positive compared to yesterday's Indian market. However, it's not all positive. In the aftermarket hours, Apple released its earnings. Their revenue and profit did beat the analyst expectation. Still, compared to last quarter, it was down by 1%. Either way, the important thing is, in the aftermarket hours, its stock price dropped 3.5%. So, we can consider that as mild negative. That's all about the global market yesterday. Now, let's discuss about the India related info. Yesterday, our Indian market closed super positive and all 13 major sectors also closed green. However, regarding HDFC Bank, yesterday, though it opened positive, but somewhere in the middle, there was a weakness. And if you see at the same time, Vodafone Idea increased over 8%. You might wonder why I am comparing the HDFC Bank with Vodafone Idea. Because yesterday's price action was related. I mean, for paying the government due, Vodafone Idea approached the SBI Bank for 2,000 crore rupees loan, but SBI had demanded more promoter equity commitment as a collateral. But HDFC Bank stands as an exception and gave the required 2,000 crore rupees loan. I mean, 2,000 crore rupees loan for HDFC Bank is nothing, but the mentality of giving without the collateral is crazy. See, according to me, Vodafone Idea's bankruptcy is an inevitable one. I am expecting it's going to happen sooner or later. Here, SBI is the government bank. They itself asking for more collateral. Honestly, I don't know what HDFC Bank group were thinking. Here, the irony is, only 2 weeks ago, I forced my father to sell his 5 lakh rupees worth of Vodafone Idea share with the help of my mother, citing that they're having huge debt, the money is not safe in it, etc. And on the same day in his account, I bought 75,000 rupees worth of HDFC Bank share. Now, Vodafone Idea increasing and because of that, HDFC Bank is losing. Anyway, that's the stock market life and that's the story behind HDFC Bank weakness yesterday. Moving on, second, During the Reliance quarterly video, we talked about their debt and how they were reducing it. However, now last night there was a rumor that Reliance Industries is going to raise around 15,000 crore rupees through the local currency bond. I mean, around 1.5 years ago, Mukesh Ambani promised in his AGM that he will make net debt positive on Reliance Industries. Now, already the net debt was over 1.17 lakh crore rupees. Now, adding this new 15,000 crore rupees will make it more than 1.3 lakh crore rupees, which I consider it's not good. Anyway, let's see how market is reacting to it. Just for info, despite all the positivity in Europe and US, Reliance GDR closed negative 0.5%. Third, about institution, again and again FII was net sellers. The net sold for 1,260 crore rupees, while DII net bought for 1,380 crore rupees. Just for info, still 2-month forward rupee premium is around 15 paise only. Then, as per stock open interest, LIC Housing Finance, Hero MotoCorp, Bajaj Finance, Berger Paints and Escorts got an increase in open interest along with a negative close, indicates the short build-up. On the other hand, it's Lupin, Indian Oil Corporation, Delta Corp, MCX India and BHEL got an increase in open interest with a positive price close, indicating long build-up. As a summary, US market closed super positive because of the Fed's very dovish speech and Japanese government 112 billion stimulus package. Now global momentum improved massively. So for now, GIFT Nifty indicating gap up opening of 130 points around 19,290 and even Indian ADRs in line with that as all four closed crazy positive. However, Reliance GDR closed 0.5% negative. That's the first worrying sign. Second, as we discussed in the after trading, Apple lost around 3.5%, but for now that haven't impacted the GIFT Nifty. More importantly, Nifty is going to face the huge resistance at 19,300, which will be the psychological as well. So that might create either thing, profit booking like yesterday or short covering like last Thursday. Anyway, only time will tell that. Then about the things to look out. Today, Titan, Indigo Aviation, Zomato, Aditya Birla, Bharat Dynamics, Crompton Greaves, MRF and TTK Healthcare are some of the major Indian companies' earnings results are scheduled to release today. And tomorrow during weekend, SBI, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Delivery and JK Siemens are the some due to release. Regarding macro, before the market opening, China's service payment data is due. During our market time, first at 10:30 am, India's service payment data. Last month, the value came as 61, which is like a really good expansion. Then in the aftermarket hours, Europe's unemployment data, bi-weekly Indian Bank loan and deposit growth data, and more importantly on the US side, unemployment rate, non-farm payroll data and average hourly earnings increase are the some of the important macro we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, after 2 days of weakness, Nifty opened a gap up of 130 points and hit the high of 19,175. But at noon, the following profit booking made it to slip to the day's low 19,064. However, in the second half, it rebounded, closed with 144 points higher and above 19,100, very near to the opening. Thus, on the daily chart, it formed a small-bodied bullish doji kind of candlestick pattern with upper and lower shadow, a high wave pattern. This pattern shows indecisiveness in the market among buyers and sellers. So, in order to have a defined trend, Nifty has to break out on the closing basis. In the downside, 18,840, on the upside, 19,250. Anyway, for now, the downside support is at 19,000 to 19,050 level, where we can see the visible huge fresh put writing for the upcoming weekly expiry, which we will discuss in a moment. And the immediate resistance is at 19,200 level. However, as we discussed a while ago, today expecting Nifty to open around 19,300. So there is a breakout on the upside if it opens around 19,300 and also that will be the positive crossover on the daily chart. So the next hurdle is at 19,300 to 19,350 range and a breakthrough at this point could trigger a fresh short covering potentially and more probably in the short term that will propel the index towards 19,400 to 19,450. In case of Bank Nifty, it also opened higher, but there was a huge tussle between buyers and sellers for a firm direction. I mean, it tried crossing the 200-day simple moving average around 43,200 on the higher side, but failed. However, on the lower side, 42,700 to 42,800 acted as a good support. So 43,200 implying like a strong resistance. In order to consider a long position in Bank Nifty, I think it's advisable to wait for the sustained breakthrough above the 200-day simple moving average, which could indicate a potential upward trend. On the weekly options front, 19,200 strike has the maximum call option open interest, followed by 19,100 and 19,300 strike, with fresh new high call rating at 19,400 strike, then 19,200 strike. On the other side, the maximum put option open interest is at 19,100 strike, followed by 19,000 strikes, with fresh new high put rating at 19,100 strike, then 19,000 strike. Thus, from the options data for now, it's indicating that 19,200 would be the immediate resistance area with support at 19,000. The level of 19,100 will be crucial for either side. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investigation based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I am doing this for my and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.